To Washington, D.C., where lawmakers are fighting over what to do with the Bush tax cuts before they expire on New Year's Eve. At issue, taxing the rich and cutting taxes on the not-so-rich. But the Forbes team says, forget the families making more than $250,000. America needs to start taxing those who don't pay any federal income tax at all. Oz, explain.
Well, right now, David, 47% of U.S. households do not pay federal income taxes. That gives them no stake in how much money Washington is spending. I say they should pay some taxes. This way, at least, they'd be interested in all that spending. Otherwise, they'd agree to everything, and that's one of the reasons why our deficit is as big as it is.
So, Quentin, if we have a federal income tax, everybody who works should pay.
So Mike seems to think they're not paying any taxes to the federal government at all because they're not paying income taxes. Mike, they pay taxes in other forms. Try the gas pump. From the people who gave you tax cuts for the rich, we have now the tax cuts for the rich are proven after their second experiment to concentrate wealth at the top, do nothing for the middle, and create a massive debt. We're going to pay off the massive debt by taxing the poor. No, I don't think so. Bad idea.
Dennis?
Do the poor amount to 40 or 45% of the people in this country that don't pay federal income tax? Here's our big crunch. It used to be we worry about the haves and the have-nots. The bigger divide today, guys, is between the taxed and the taxed-nots. And 45% of U.S. households now get some form of direct government check, Social Security, Medicare, unemployment payments, direct. So 45% get it, 45% don't pay taxes. These people are never going to be in favor of cutting government spending. The 1% controls 25% of the wealth, but pays 40% of federal taxes. Let's tax them more. It just won't work anymore, guys.
So, Bill, the point that Dennis is making, we got this constituency now that is essentially into government so deep we're never going to get out.
I think it's curious that we have these conservatives like Mike who are so sensitive to how taxes might depress the work effort of rich people and are totally oblivious to what they might do to poor people. And I think the economist John Kenneth Galbraith put his finger on this. He had a very acerbic take. He went after some Republicans and he said, if I understand you guys right, it's something like this. The rich don't work hard enough because we pay them too little, and the poor don't work hard enough because we pay them too much. That's absurd.
Neil, the fact is that 40% of Americans who work do not pay federal income tax. Should they?
They should, and I don't know about this fancy John Kenneth Galbraith stuff, but if you go to Denny's and all you can eat, you pile up your plate, you get more and more, and that's the problem with people who don't pay any taxes. They feel like it's all me more, me more. That's what they want. There's no sense of a stake in this system, and as long as you have that sort of a tax system, what you're going to have is people constantly asking for more and feeling as if they have no stake in the actual cost of it.
Victoria, the entitlement mentality in America is a big problem. I mean, the government is involved in so much of our lives now that everybody feels entitled to just about everything. Vicky?
You know what? It is a growing problem. And the heart of Mike's argument is that many Americans, call it 47%, don't have a stake in the federal income tax system. Yes, they're paying other federal taxes, Quentin. That's absolutely true. But they don't have a stake to care whether those taxes go up for everyone else. It's fine if they go up for everyone else. It's not me. It's kind of a NIMBY, not in my backyard thing, where you go, oh, yeah, those other people can pay, as long as it's not me. Look, Quentin, we see this in San Francisco. Every election season, there's something on the ballot that says, tax the rich. This November, it was a hike on transfer taxes for multi-million-dollar homes. Hey, that's not me. Sure, slap a tax on it. But it damages the economy over time.
Go ahead, quickly, Quentin.
You are all arguing that the poor don't care. They just take the government services. They don't care because it costs them nothing, as if the rich are somehow parsimonious about government services. Never mind all the lobbyists they pay to get favors and tax breaks and cuts.
Which we have all criticized, Quentin. You're not the only one.
Not
Dennis,
in this argument.
Quickly.
You seem to think the poor are some evil force.
Hold on, Quentin. Dennis, go ahead.
I just want to know, at what level, Quentin, do you think a person shouldn't have to pay federal income taxes? At 25 a year? Is it 35,000? $25,000 a year. Plenty of low-income people own HD TV sets, own their own car, own their own home, and yet they can't afford to give the government $1,000. I know a gal who runs an LA charity. She started charging for the first time her inner-city disadvantaged youth for her summer program $400 a head. She said it makes them proud. It gives them a stake in improving their lives. And I think we could do the same if we made more Americans start paying some taxes.
I'm a hedge fund manager. I pay 15%. Shouldn't I pay 17%?
Dennis is absolutely right, Quentin. It's not a coincidence that government spending as a percentage of the overall economy has increased, just as the amount of families that pay federal income taxes has decreased. Because when people think they're getting something for free, they're always going to vote for it, and that's the problem.
Medicare, wait till you know, same difference.
Quick.
This is welfare as we know it in this country. People not paying taxes. Make them part of the few, the proud, the taxpayers.
All right, that's the last word. Lawmakers are squeezed.